This is the TSG Multimedia Podcast for February of 2023. We're sponsored by the TSG Train Crew on Patreon. Thank you very much. I'm John, host of the longest-running train-related podcast, going strong every single month since January of 2010. We have an abbreviated podcast program this month because the clinic day for the Bay Area Layout Design and Operations Weekend event will be streaming right here, live, in about an hour. In case you missed it last time, this event is put on every year on the weekend between the end of the NFL playoffs and the Super Bowl. That means it's happening now. So, as part of outreach for that event, we're streaming some of the clinics today starting at about 10 a.m. Pacific time. Since we're running on a shortened schedule, let's get straight to it. Alright, so I'm putting gas in the car for the first time this year. We're going to a place today called Concord, and there's some history center in Concord or museum or something. I don't remember what the actual place is called, but there's a big N-scale layout there that's kind of a modular layout that represents a whole bunch of the historic places from that area. So we're going to do a layout tour of that. And that's something I've been looking forward to since I heard about this setup in the first place. So let's go have some fun. So we're just wrapping up here at the Concord Historical Society. And this is the layout that I was talking about when we were leaving this morning. As you can see, it's a pretty large modular layout. And what's cool about it is it represents the various places where the railroad that was here ran. So it's not only a cool layout, but it's also a very historically important layout. So I'm looking forward to putting that out on the channel pretty soon. All right, January 14th, and woke up kind of early. Gonna go up to Niles Canyon today to get a little update on the 1744 progress. Remember, that's the 260 at the Niles Canyon. That was a Southern Pacific engine. It's kind of a rainy and ugly day out today. In case you're not aware, California's been getting a lot of rain, which is really unusual. We've been in a perpetual drought for probably 30 years now. So when it rains like this, it's pretty unusual. And so we're going to brave the rain and go up to Niles Canyon, and we'll see what that's all about. So let's go check it out. So we're here now inside the basically the shop at Niles Canyon. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it is raining outside and there's a metal roof. So all the background noise that you're probably hearing is rain falling on the roof. But Alan's here, Charles is here. They're going to update us on some of the work that's been being done on the 1744, and we might even hear something about the 2479. Boy, it just got really loud. Anyway, we're going to record this, and I'll be back later with a little update. All right, so we're just finishing up here at Niles Canyon. We got a great update on the work that's being done on SP 1744. And boy, you know, the work is tedious and time-consuming and takes a long time, but when it's all done, it sure is worth it. This is Alameda Creek, and the railroad in the background there is the Union Pacific right-of-way. This creek usually can't even be seen from the highway. This is a through truss bridge on the UP main line that's usually blocked by trees and other undergrowth. On January 18th, we went live with our monthly Talking Trains show. In this episode, our featured guests were Al Hovey and Graham Zielinski. They talked about the Fremont and Mo Valley HO scale layout at Al's house in New Mexico. It's like a layout tour live style, and it's definitely worth checking out on the replay if you missed it. All right, we're doing something today. I'm getting some gas this morning. Going to drive up to Mariposa for an op session on Glenn Sutherland's Sierra Railroad layout. I haven't seen Glenn since the West Side Reunion and Sierra Seminar. I think that was in October last year, so it'll be good to see him. And he has a really cool layout that's very prototypical for the Sierra Railroad, and I've never operated on it. So we're going to go do that today. And this month has been mostly just catching up and getting a bunch of videos ready for the channel. That's why we didn't have a program schedule preview last month, because I didn't have a lot of stuff in the schedule already. So this will be a nice departure, because it's been a lot of working on videos. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably come on and show you some video from that event. This is a layout we're operating on today. It's the Sierra 1923, owned by Glenn Sutherland. And this is a layout that has a really unique feature as far as layouts go. It has not even one, but two switchbacks. There's one on this side, on this branch that I'm operating on. And then there's one on this side. And then this amazing bridge. You can catch a layout video, a layout tour video of this layout on this channel. Just search for Glenn Sutherland Sierra Railroad. Sutherland is Sutherland. It's a very cool layout, and I've never operated here, so this is pretty exciting. So in case you're wondering how a switchback works, I had to come along this bottom track, all the way along here, past this switch, and onto this, it's called a tail track. Then I have to back up this track to where I am now, onto that top tail track, and as soon as I'm done backing up on this track, I throw the switch, and now I can go on my way on the track that's at the higher elevation. And like I said before, this is rarely modeled on model railroads, so this is really cool. So there's like 8 or 9 operators here today operating on this op session, and boy, it's really, well, it's a pretty big layout, so it's not surprising that it's able to handle that many. But something that I wanted to mention is we run on a fast clock for this session, and I'm having trouble keeping up. So probably because I'm doing videos too, I should probably just pay attention. But anyway, we'll be back with more. You operating?
Trying to.
This is the Women in Model Railroading SIG representative.
There we go.
And
having a good time just figuring out Glenn's layout and the job that I'm running, which is the Angels Freight Extra.
Angels Freight Extra. And we're being told it's a break time now.
Break time. We'll turn the lights off really soon.
And this is just outside the layout. You can see why it's nice to come up here. It's worth waking up early. We had a little break, and we're back to work now. And this is the job that I'm doing. It's on the Angels branch. And it's kind of an unusual maneuver here. You have to push this flat car down the branch because it's a facing point set out, and it's the only one on this run. And this is what the Sierra Railroad actually did, so it's kind of cool. So here's Tom. You've seen him on the podcast before when we were up at the West Side Reunion.
Yeah.
He even talked to us, but he's doing a job here. And this is one of the really cool things about this. There's a lot of cool things about this layout, but this is one of the really cool things. Glenn uses live loads, and you'll see that the car empties into this hole down here. How cool is that? I mean, not a lot of railroads use live loads, models that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, there's a receptacle down below the layout where all that stuff goes. So this was the, what is this called? The rock job? Or what do you call this?
This is the rock train extra.
Yeah. Did you have fun today?
Yeah, I had a ball.
Yep.
And being able to dump live loads just made it extra fun. This job was a fun job, very multi-layered. I'm dealing with two rock bunkers, one loading and the other unloading.
Right, but the loads are already loaded when you get here, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
That's not a live loader; it's just a live unloader.
Right, it's just a live unloader.
That's how I remembered it.
But
cool.
The track work there is a little tricky, so it takes a little thinking to be able to manage it.
So this area actually approximates the dam site. That was something that the real Sierra Railroad helped build. So it's pretty cool. And you can see, I mentioned this before, you can see the full layout tour video on the channel just by searching for Sierra Railway or Sierra Railroad layout tour. Should come up. Or Sierra 1923. There's actually two Sierra layout videos on the channel.
You may have noticed I only dumped 2 hoppers. 1 hopper was empty. So the rule is the engine needs the extra braking power of the extra car. So when I come up here, I have to come up here with 2 loaded cars and 1 empty car.
So how many loaded cars were in your complete train?
Holy moly. I still have technically 4 more to go.
So you have to do them 2 at a time?
2 at a time.
So it takes time.
Takes time.
Cool.
And you're doing multiple trips.
All right, so we're just finishing up the operating session, and boy, was that fun. I was just talking to Glenn a second ago, and I told him that it was even more fun than I expected, which is actually pretty cool because I was expecting a lot. So even better than what I expected when I had expectations, that's saying something. So signing off from, what is this? I guess it's Mid Pines, California. I mentioned last month that I was going to start a series called Daily Catch, and that commenced in January. So for every single day that there wasn't a featured video, I shared a short clip. Well, most of them were pretty short. A couple went as long as 10 minutes. But as I was saying, I shared a short clip that consists of just one run-by. If you had a chance to see the daily catches, let me know what you thought of them by commenting in our comments section here on this podcast. You can also comment on the daily catch itself if you like. I didn't prepare a comprehensive program schedule for this month, but I can tell you we have a lot more daily catches, some great product spotlights, the layout tour we recorded at the Concord History Center, and the update of the work being done on the 1744 out at Niles Canyon coming up on the channel this month. Also, as always, we'll have our monthly Talking Trains show on the 3rd Wednesday of the month, which happens on the 15th. So be sure to join us for that live. Before I go, I want to invite you to help support the channel by becoming a member of the TSG Train Crew. Train Crew members get recognition every single month at the end of this podcast, ad-free sneak peeks of upcoming shows in 4K ultra-high definition, a top-secret place to get deals on products that appear on our product spotlights, behind-the-scenes news about what we're up to and where we'll be in the coming month, deals on TSG swag, and a lot more cool stuff. You can check out all the details on that by going to patreon.com/TSG Multimedia. So that's it for now. Remember to join us live at the top of the hour to see some cool clinics from the Bay Area Layout Design and Operations Clinic Day. And I'll see you next time.